Hey guys, Cam here from today's iPhone.com, and as promised I've got the full review of Cygnett's new Workmate case for the iPhone 5. Now, I had the previous version for the iPhone 4. I kind of liked the way it felt in hand, but the way it looked wasn't so good. It had these big chevrons on the back that made it look kind of a little bit out there, a little bit ugly. Now they've changed the design completely with this, and it's a lot more minimal. And it does look much nicer. But if I can just show you around the case quickly, you can see on that side you've got the volume switches with the two arrows up and down on there. Those are fairly stiff to press, but then that's a lot to do with the rubber material. You've got a nice gap there for your mute switch, which it's easy enough to get to. Also there's the home key, lock key, sorry, on the top there is this weird square design. I'll talk about that later on. And then obviously on the bottom you've got the cutouts supposedly designed to fit all the speaker grills, which have been individually machined by Apple. Obviously your lightning connector port and your headset jack, so it's all the cutouts are in the right place. Now, in terms of, I've used this for a few days. It's been on my phone constantly for the last couple of days since I did the unboxing, and when I first looked at it I wasn't sure I was going to like it, and I'll tell you the negatives first and then what I love about it later on. The negatives are this kind of rubber they've used, or silicone. It did feel like it was a little bit loose fitting, and so since it's supposed to be a very protective case, I did find that was a little bit disconcerting when you can just pull that so easily. I wanted something that was going to be a little bit more rigid, I guess, something that was going to hold it tighter, but after using it for a few days, actually in day-to-day use, you don't notice it at all. It's only if I do that I notice it, and then I start worrying. But in day-to-day use it feels really comfortable, it feels snug. The back shape that they've got, I don't know if you can tell, it's got a slight curve, it's not entirely flat. So it does feel quite good in your hand, it feels solid. The outer shell, as you know, it's two layers. It's got an outer polycarbonate shell, and inside is the thicker rubber. Now if I take that out, I'll give you a closer look as to the construction of that. As you can see, it actually grips pretty tightly, which is exactly what you want in a case. So I'll just let you see this, the two layers here. Now that's the outer shell, the harder plastic outer shell. Pretty basic shape, but it does its job. It's got these grips here, and they hold the rubber inside the sleeve, the silicone sleeve. They hold it really tightly to the phone. And it's got a nice comfortable ridge on there, so it's not uncomfortable to use, and it's it's very slim, as you can see. Now the actual inner sleeve, obviously you can see it's got all the mouldings in the right place to fit the outer plastic shell on. And it's also got these raised ridges, I don't know if you can see them on there. That helps to just give it a little bit more support when you've got your iPhone in there. It's better in terms of shock absorption, it's better to have all these smaller bits sticking out than to have one large thick case. So that's really good and really well thought out. Now the main issue that I've actually had in using it is this home button on here. It doesn't look at all like the shape. I mean, obviously you can see underneath there, you can see that it's the same shape as the home key, but in actual using it, it's not comfortable at all. It feels kind of awkward. I found a lot of times that I've had to press really hard to get it to recognise anything. So if I was to improve one thing on the case, that would probably be it. But in terms of overall use, I've been really impressed, and I'll be sad to take it off, which unfortunately I'll have to do because I've got so many others to try out. But I've been impressed with it overall. In the UK it costs just under £20. In the States I believe it's about $25. At the moment it's out of stock, but they should be back in pretty soon. One thing I really like before I go, in terms of the looks, they've designed it to be the same colour as the iPhone 5, so it's got this kind of grey slate colour and then black to match the slate. It's almost the same colour, you can see in the light there. Black and slate of the iPhone match the black and slate colour of the case, which is a nice touch. They didn't have to do that. So yeah, that's been the Cygnett Workmate. I've been Cam. If you want to ask me any questions about this or any other case that I've tried or I'm going to try, please feel free. I'm at TIP_Cam. and we're on Facebook too, so don't forget to check us out on there. It's at sorry, that's my Twitter. It's facebook.com/today's iPhone, and I will see you again soon.